Your next level of success is not going to come from asking someone what you should do or where you should go. Your next level of success is not going to come from asking someone what's possible for you, asking someone if you're doing a good job. Okay, this is a collective message. It's timeless. So whenever you find it or feel called to listen, there's probably a message in it for you. Remember to take what resonates. And I have my microphone plugged in to the phone today, so I might put the mic down and there might be feedback and all of that good stuff. So just be mindful. I pulled out all of the cards, looked at this shit for 10 minutes, didn't have anything to say. So you're just going to have to believe me that I pulled out the cards on camera. It was like 3-5 minutes of shuffling. It's nothing. I don't feel like editing this or uploading it or whatever. So, okay. South Node is where you're coming from. It's an outdated energy. Whoever's watching this in my collective, you are psychic. And in the past, so many of your choices, your desires for growth and expansion, because we have Sagittarius here. And wherever we have Sagittarius, we have a desire to grow, right? Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of growth and expansion. Jupiter is the biggest planet. So we've got Sun in the 12th house in Sagittarius. In the first house, we have Leo, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Aries energy coming through. But it doesn't have to, those don't have to be your signs. You guys could be 12th housers, first housers, 9th housers, 5th housers. It doesn't matter. These are just the energies that are coming through. But anyway, you, with the energy of the sun here, looking at the card, one of the lines, it says, act like a leader. And with the energy of the 12th house, sometimes the 12th house can feel like things are hidden. It can feel out of reach. Because if you go through all of the houses from the first house is our physical body. It's how we present ourselves. So when you go from the first house, you travel through each house, the first, the second, the third, so on and so forth. And you're getting different aspects of life. By the time you travel to your 10th house, you're focusing on your career, your reputation, how you're seen in the world, how you're known, even your online presence. Then you got the 11th house, which is like your acquaintances, the groups that you belong to, humanitarian work that you do, kind of everybody else in the physical world that you're not personally close to, that you don't have a personal relationship with. And then you move into the 12th house, which is everything after that. So now we're moving into different dimensions, right? Now we're moving into higher realms, or we're moving into like mental and emotional things, right? Sometimes the 12th house can be connected to like imprisonment. Sometimes your imprisonment isn't just physical. Sometimes imprisonment is mental. Sometimes imprisonment is emotional, feeling like you're stuck, feeling like you can't get out. 12th house energy can deal with addictions and different things like that, right? Very Piscean, Neptunian house. So when you've got the sun, act like a leader energy, and then you have the 12th house, this hidden energy, it's almost like juxtaposed by this Sagittarian in the first house energy. Sagittarius wants to grow, wants to expand, wants to shoot for the sky and reach those dreams. Sagittarius is probably one of the best signs in terms of manifestation abilities, because law of attraction, living on the leading edge of creation, Sagittarius wants to go to the place that has never been gone before. Sagittarius is one of the signs that will be comfortable taking thought and taking action and taking their physical reality to a place that it's never gone before. So you've got that Saggy energy, and then you have the first house energy, and that being your personality, your physical appearance, the things that are happening in your physical world. We have 2 pentacles here. We have the 7 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. So it's like, okay, in the past, I'm seeing someone who referred back a lot, like referred to other people just because somebody is older, just because somebody has been doing the work longer, just because somebody has more success. You were giving your power away to that person. What should I do? Is this good enough? Like waiting for someone to tell you that it's good enough, waiting for someone to tell you that you get to receive. We got that Page of Cups energy here, which is really like mirroring and echoing that 12th house energy, not seeing your own brilliance, not seeing your own potential. When we have Piscean energy and we have psychic energy, Neptunian energy is also another energy that's really connected to living on the leading edge of creation, because Pisces energy is our dreams, our imagination, our goals, our desires, our fantasies. And when we take action, or we align our energy and we manifest and we allow those dreams to show up in the physical, then, we have manifested our dreams and fantasies into reality. So what's coming through for the collective right now is that you have the power and the ability to manifest some dreams into reality. You have been seeing visions, or you have been getting ideas. You literally could be having dreams, because the 12th house is like a house of dreams. You could literally be having dreams about a potential future for yourself, whether these are dreams like aspirations that you have, or they're dreams like you've been asleep and some things have been coming through to you. It's like right now you're in a position to step into a position of leadership and turn these dreams into a reality. But they're saying right now you're kind of, I don't like saying in danger, because I don't like how that feels, but that's the best phrase I have right now. I just woke up. So it's like you're in danger of falling into an old pattern and an old way of being. In the past, before you would make any move or you would make any decision, you would always go to somebody else and say, okay, this is my plan, this is my idea, this is my desire, what do you think, what's your input? And it's like not being able to make choices and decisions for yourself. That is deeply limiting you, because just like there are strengths, right? There are people who have done this before. There are people who have lived longer. There are people with expertise, and that can help us in certain ways, and that can support us in certain ways. But when you're living on the leading edge of creation, when you are taking thought to a place that it's never been before, when you are doing something completely different that's never been created, there is no blueprint that you're going to be able to follow to a T. There is no plan that you're going to be able to follow, because you're doing something that has never been done before. You are in the process of creating the blueprint. And so there's going to be some clash there. There's going to be some misunderstanding there. For some of you, you had people in the past tell you that your dreams were unrealistic and you believed them. And then that 12th house energy, instead of it housing your dreams and fantasies that were in process of coming into fruition, it manifested as a prison. You looked at those dreams and you looked at those fantasies and you looked at those visions you received and you said, oh, this isn't possible for me. Oh, I don't get to have this. I have to be perpetually unsatisfied. I don't get to have what I want. I don't get to have what I desire because somebody else told me no. But the message that's coming through from the universe, this Queen of Wands energy connecting with this Sun card energy here, it's like, it's time for you to step into that position of leadership, and it's time for you to decide what you get to have in your own life. It's time for you to decide where you get to be. Okay, you had somebody else tell you that you didn't have what it takes to succeed in the industry. You had somebody else tell you that you wouldn't be able to grow and expand if you did XYZ different thing. You had somebody else tell you that the route to your success had to look like XYZ different thing, and they were wrong. Okay, the message coming through from Spirit is that there are multiple ways for you to skin a cat, and we really want you right now to trust yourself and trust your own intuition. Page of Cups energy is a young water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Queen of Wands energy can also be a Piscean card, as well as being a card of fire sign women. So lots of Leo energy, Sagittarius energy, and Aries energy coming through here as well. You could be feeling super inspired because we got the Tower here, which is Mars energy. I'm going to associate it with Scorpio, but if we're talking about Mars, then we can mention Aries as well. So we've got lots of fiery energy. This is timeless, but as I'm recording it, it's Aries season, so there's a lot of fiery energy in the sky. Aries is cardinal energy wants to start. Okay, we're singing Michael Jackson. Okay, you want to be starting something, right? So there's an energy, there's a desire to move things forward, to create. With the energy of the Seven of Pentacles, a lot of you unconsciously, unknowingly manifested a situation that was dissatisfying and unsupportive, where you were waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for money to show up, waiting for things to get good, waiting for income to come in, but you never had to be waiting. So this is like, it's time for you to do some work with your past self, not necessarily your inner child, 5-year-old self. You're not necessarily your 15-year-old self, your adult self, or the version of you who was receiving these messages from the older person who was wrong. So this could have been you at 19. This could have been you at 25. This could have been you at 35, right? It's not necessarily when you were a kid, but you need to start doing some work with that past person, and you need to go back and you need to tell them, that past version of you, you need to go back and you need to tell them that that older person was wrong. It's wrong that you can't move to the city that you want to move to. It's wrong that you can't make that much money. It's wrong that it's unrealistic for you. I don't want to spend a lot of time sharing personal examples, but when I first started my business and I was so incredibly insecure and I was so worried and I was full of so many doubts, I was getting like a tarot reading or working with a different coach, and these women were older, like I'm 19 and they're 30 or they're 40 something, and they're all quote unquote receiving messages from spirit. And one of the girls told me, just make sure that your desires are realistic, make sure that you're being realistic. And I interpreted that to mean that I'm dreaming too big, I can't have what I want, I can't have what I desire. And another woman told me that basically spirit said no, spirit said I should not live where I wanted to live. I should not live in the area that I desired to live. I should not live in the city that I wanted to live in. I should move to basically the city that she lived in, which was very interesting, ironic, and also incredibly manipulative and cult-like, because although I absolutely love and adore Tennessee, there is nothing in my heart or in my spirit that wants to relocate there, or that genuinely felt that I should relocate there when I was like 19, 20, 21 years old. But because I didn't trust myself, because I wasn't the leader of my mind, I went on all of these different fucking side quests thinking, okay, maybe I'm gonna live in New Orleans, maybe I'm gonna live in Tennessee, maybe I'm gonna do this, maybe I'm gonna do that, and never being able to find the right place, or never feeling supported, never having enough money, right? There was all of this drama and all of this lack and all of this dissatisfaction that came because I was no longer focusing on my goal. I was no longer focusing on what I wanted. Like, okay, this is a little bit more of a story time, but we have a little bit of time. It'll only be a couple minutes, and this is really important for the message. So when I left college, I was 19 years old. I just turned 20, like 12 days. It was like 12 days before my birthday. And I was 20 years old, and I did not plan on moving to California and staying in California. I planned on coming back to California, getting my finances together, and immediately moving back to New York City. I had a friend, she lived in Brooklyn at the time. We had gone to college together, and I thought maybe we'll move in together, maybe we'll be roommates, blah, 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 blah. So basically, I was super duper insecure, and I had a whole bunch of women over the course of like a year tell me that basically I couldn't, or I shouldn't, or it was a really bad idea for me to move to New York. So I never fully pursued it. It felt like it was this unattainable goal. It felt like it was something that I wanted that I couldn't have, that would be so hard for me. How will I even figure it out? Can I even get my own apartment? Now today, I know that it's incredibly easy. Yes, New York real estate, blah, blah, blah. So difficult for so many people. I'm a powerful manifester, but none of that really is the point. The point is that there are people who are subletting apartments all the live long fucking day. There are Airbnbs, there are hotels, there's a million and one different options and opportunities for you to move to New York if that's what you wanted and that's what you desired to do. So if I was going to do this exercise, I would go back and tell my previous self, you're taking advice from the wrong people. Those women are limited as fuck. Those women are not living their dream lives. You do not want to live in the way that those women are living. So you should not be taking advice from them. Before you consult with someone, before you listen to someone, ask yourself the way that they live, their values, the things that they're creating, the things that they speak on, the way that they see the world. Is that how you want to see the world? Is that where you want to be? Not just do you want the success that they have, but do you want their quality of life? You know what I'm saying? Are they happy all the time, or are they miserable? Is it one struggle after another with them? You know what I mean? Like, do you really want their life? And if you don't want their life, you just want their success, you just want, like the money that they have, then that's not worth it, because there's a million ways to create success. There's a million ways to make money. And I know this to be true, right? We see it all over the world. There are some people who are like, in order to be successful, I wake up every morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, like whatever. And then there are other people who are like, I chill, I relax, I do whatever the fuck I want, and the money shows up consistently, right? So there's a spectrum, and the point is that you get to create the rules for your reality. You get to create the rules for who you are. You get to create the rules for what you get to have. And that's what you need to be reminded of in my collective right now. Like, the past is over. In the past, you definitely had some anxiety about not being able to succeed, not being able to create next level success, feeling like you're in need, feeling like you're not supported, feeling like you have to have the approval of other people, feeling like you have to have somebody else tell you that you're doing a good job before you can succeed, right? I definitely had that experience where there was this woman, and she was older and what I perceived to be more successful, even though I wouldn't perceive her to be successful today. And she told me that my marketing and stuff was just like childish, which is silly. And I've only kept my pink marketing and colorful shit and, you know, doing what I want to do. It's my own personal brand. But at the time, I really wanted her to, I really looked up to her, and I really wanted her to look at my website or look at my YouTube channel and tell me that it was great, and tell me that it was amazing, and tell me that the sales were going to come in 5 seconds, you know? And if she had told me that, then I would have believed it and I would have expected it. But the message that's coming through from Spirit is that, can you be the leader of your own mind? And can you expect to receive your desires even when nobody is telling you that you should? Can you expect to receive your desires regardless of what somebody else has to say? And because that woman told me no, and because those women told me no, they really gave me such an amazing gift, because I had to learn how to go inward. I had to learn how to be the leader of my own mind. I had to learn how to journal. I had to develop the mindset skills needed to decide who I get to be and what I get to have, independent from what somebody else said. So the Sagittarius energy is very independent. That Aries energy is very independent. So it's like, right now, God, angels, universe are saying, you need to get independent again, or you need to get independent for the first time, where you are deciding who you get to be and who you get to have. You get to wake up every single day and say, I've decided that the dreams that are in my heart have been put on my heart for a reason. I've decided that my dreams are my destiny. I've decided that everything is working out for me. I've decided that the resources are coming right here and right now. I've decided that the resources are showing up. Why don't you try that? Go on a rampage of I've decided. Set a timer on your phone for a couple seconds or a couple minutes, and go on a rampage starting every single sentence off with I've decided. I've decided that this is the best month of my life. I've decided that my business is growing and expanding. I've decided that my desires are my destiny. I've decided that I was born to succeed. I've decided that I'm living on the leading edge of creation. I've decided that I have come here to take thought to a place that it's never gone before. And I've decided that I have come here to take those new thoughts and to turn them into physical things. I've decided that I am magnetic to my desires. I've decided that my desires are my destiny. I've decided that it's all showing up now. I've decided that the right support is showing up now. I've decided that everything I want and desire is showing up now. I've decided that the money is stacking up across my accounts. I've decided that my investments are growing faster and better than they have ever grown before. I've decided that new financial opportunities are coming to me every single day. I've decided that I'm highly sought after. I've decided that people want what I have to offer, right? And when you do that, I've decided, multiple things are happening. Number one, you're deciding, so you're putting yourself in a position of empowerment. You're recognizing and you're acknowledging, this is my choice. I get to choose. I get to decide what I believe. I get to decide what I think. I'm taking my power back instead of going, do I get to believe in myself today? Do I get to have a good result? Do I get to make money? Do I get to get what I want? Do I get to be in love? Do I get to be satisfied? Do I get to have a nice apartment? Do I get to have a nice home? Do I get to buy a home? Do I get to have the car of my dreams? Instead of being in that energy, you decide. You practice deciding. I'm deciding that I'm going to think thoughts in favor of my desires. I've decided that I'm going to expect good things to come to me today. I've decided that I'm going to expect things to go my way. That energy of deciding is helping you feel more empowered, and as you're tapping into what you're deciding and what you're expecting, you are exploring the vibration of your desire. Your vibration is shifting as you spend time tapping into that energy. Now, of course, it is easier to decide and it's easier to live on the other side in the vibration of your desire when you've done the work to debunk your limiting beliefs. If you don't know how to do that, check out my programs like Living in the End or the Next Level Mindset Mastery Program or the Receiver's Mindset, which is closed, but it's going to be open in like May. So just click the link in the bio, check out those programs. In the extended, of course, I'm going to give you some more journal prompts. We're going to go through these different cards because we had some extras that were just too many coming through, so we'll get some more insights into what this next level of success looks like, because there's romance in here as well. So maybe you were told some unsupportive things about romance, about what kind of men were available to you or how men behave, or just how much money you did or did not get to make or receive. So we're going to get even more specific on the unsupportive stories that are holding you back right now. We're going to talk a little bit about shifting those stories. I always give you guys journal prompts, and we'll get into that in the extended. So if you'd like to join my extended readings membership and get access to that video and all of the other extendeds, then I suggest you click the link in the description box. And for those of you who are new here, I have a free resource library that has over 12 mindset manifestation resources, journals, workbooks, meditations, EFT tapping scripts, and videos. You can get instant access to them all when you click the link in the description. So lots of good links there. I love you, and I will talk to you in the extended or the general reading. I'm getting ready to upload this and then make some breakfast and then go to yoga. Oh my god, it's 9:44. I'm getting ready to upload this and then maybe immediately go to yoga. So long story short, I will come back, record the extended reading, and then upload it either when I get home and after I eat or whatever. It'll be up as soon as possible. So just letting you know in case you go to check the extended and you're like, wait a second, it's not here yet. It's coming. I pinky promise. Okay. I love you lots, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.